in this brief meeting. Now, we ask the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descend upon the Prophet Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wasallam and to us all. May their brothers and sisters who are around here for this short meeting, I really appreciate the administration, the support given to us by the House of Zakah in this center. This is the Lodong Islamic Comfort and Ophanage Center, which has been funded by House of Zakah. We really appreciate their support in this locality. Thank the organization taken by the board chairman and the other committee. The short remark I want to put here to this gathering, to this meeting, is that we are soon to clock on. Tomorrow we are going to open the school from nursery to primary 4 in our plans. We are going to teach both Arabic and secular. We used to operate here informal. Now we are going to the formal one, whereby pupils are going to have their Arabic examination here for 6 years. After 6 years, they're going to have their examination. And P7, secular, after 7 years attendance, they're going to sit UNEB here if God allows. In our plans, we are receiving children from far places. We are going to accommodate some here to study as the borders. We are lacking the dormitories in order to accommodate them. We ask you as the House of Zakah to look through that inconveniences we are going to face. On the side of the wages to cater for the teachers or the ulamas who are going to give knowledge for these children, we are really going to face challenges. What little we are going to ask from the pupils who are going to be registered here. Most of them are the orphans and the converts. We don't know how are we going to streamline the issue of the salary or the wages for the teachers. These are sort which I have come with. Soon, inshallah, tomorrow we shall clock on to open the school. Boys and the girls, we are going to give you knowledge for these both sexes. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Highest respect goes to the Creator who made man her representative on the earth. For over 100 years plus, we have been practicing Islam in pursuance of knowledge. We are doing that locally with local support within the region, within ourselves. The coming of House of Zakat with this golden support has given me and my committee members a very powerful privilege to constructively think that truly man on the earth is a representative of God. Transformation, reconstruction is directed in the Quran, truly word of work of man. That's where we have reached to this stage. Yesterday, before House of Zakat, we were only seeing the mosque, the under mango classrooms. We were seeing unpainted mosque, the mango leaves, which were during those times a headache to the learning environment. I don't really have much to say. Whatsoever has happened is a very great first phase package to start a new Islamic environment, to start a new environment where we demonstrate to God that we can. Truly, House of Zakat, God bless you. God bless those who came in to listen to your words, to the words of the children who recited the Surah Al-Waqa in the mosque when you first arrived in Lodong in your lifetime. They did it correctly, you defined it correctly, you translated it correctly, and you reasoned correctly. It has taken us to this first stage. I consider this the first stage, which requires collective appreciation, which requires a very deep prayer of all believing and practicing Muslims in the country, in the world, that for Islam to go deep into the bloods of the people, it has to be impacted under a well-established infrastructure development, which has been taken up by Tabo and Brothers Construction. God bless them, as said by the director. Uh, House of Zakat, your partners and your friends. Schools are beginning tomorrow. I would say by midnight tonight, the schools will be on. We had discussed about the desks, but because of the complications attached to construction, it was not possible. The beautiful, cool, well-painted environment awaits desks from House of Zakat, from supporters, both within and without. If that could be done overnight, the children who will come here for the first time will enjoy a blessed room where knowledge is going to be the order of the day. Yes, the wise word has it that wisdom is a property of a believer. And this property can correctly be impacted into the young ones under such an environment. If I will die today, I will die a happy man. But my cry is, will the buildings reflect the output? Will the buildings translate into powerful believing Muslims in Uganda? Will those who have not understood Islam come to find a new skill in this environment? Can God come to our aid? Can humanity support us? I know under Corona, things were not easy. It gave us an opportunity to think constructively, to come up with such an infrastructure. Doctor, God bless you and your team. Our message to them is the little money that was sent has worked. Amongst the children who are going to come, we might receive vulnerable children We might receive orphans on top of comforts, people who are going to see a new life in their life before they converted to Islam. Can we skill them? Where are we going to get the skilling equipments? Where are we going to get that readiness to skill a new generation of Islam? Where the world will be a world of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. I know it's very heavy, it's very expensive to reach that stage, but we pray that with your support, Doctor, and your team, and the team on the ground, my board of governors, the committee, the construction committee, the welfare committee, the school directorate, the nursery department led by our dear lady, where some useless children are going to come here. God should perform that miracle. It performed it to Prophet Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which gave us a stable spiritual background. I know from here we're not on wrong direction, Doctor. Thanks for coming. We are ready for the opening of the school tomorrow.
And the last meeting, we discussed about adopting the secular section of the school, and we also raised the point of the output reflecting the input, the glittering buildings, and the content, the quality of education that, for us, we know where we've come from. In regards to the project, there was nothing, then there is something. People are happy, but there are those who are waiting to see, or they are going to assess. They will be saying, yes, they are in a good state, but as far as their teaching is concerned, their quality of management and everything, they are not good. They are not doing well. I mean, those are the detractors. In my perspective, in the perspective, in the sense of how I want to put the point. Now, I'm happy that we've put into operation the resolution we passed in the last meeting, that we should have the section of in regards to the salaries, in regards to the, I know besides salaries there is also a point of content. We discussed it. The books for the kids, the madam is reading, the books, the materials, the teaching materials basically.
If Dawa can be empowered, we may get a reasonable number of comforts from amongst the Southern Sudanese refugees who tend to be listening to the word of God from Radio Rebirth. So it means that hopefully, I'm so positive. I don't lose hope in the future of this school. And we should not, as well, lose hope in the future of this school. There are many other productive streams within the district that would also need land to be used for production. If that can be integrated under the skills development for the Islamic Institute, it means that the products that will come out from here will be a complete product. Somebody who knows how to produce, somebody who knows how to respect God, somebody who knows how to protect the human interest, other than following Islamic skills. Without the food, you will not do it. Without the money, you will not do it. So these are interrelated. These are integral part of Islamic development. I really strongly feel that this area needs to be accessed, and hopefully we shall achieve our objective.
We shall assist you where you say we have stopped here. Please, can we assist us? Can we go with our concept paper to Bugolobi when it is ready? Because you have a lot to do. You cannot sit down and do the concept paper. This region has many people who are educated. You can involve them to do some other jobs on behalf of you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala barakatuh. By the names, I'm called Ismail Nasur. the coordinator of House of Zakah and Waqfu in West Nile. For your information, when we came here, there is nothing here, as we said. We came here, we are having only the mosque and these trees, you see the mango trees. We have got a light and we really appreciate it. It was not an easy, but through Allah's support, we have done a lot. What I will need from us as the West Nilers, please, we should join hands together. This is our project. As a coordinator, I'm ready to do each and everything for this school to prosper to a better future, inshallah.
In March, you remember Shahadinan, in March 2021, we came here. You told us the background, the challenges and everything. There was nothing. And as the member of the board, Dr. Ibrahim, and the CEO, Sheikh Kibati and others, they decided to present the idea to the entire board. We came here when you had around 85 kids. Then it became 104. And now you're saying you have 300 already to start. And Major is telling us that since BDBD, the biggest refugee camp, is close here in Nyumbe, do we have the capacity? Do you have the capacity? The reason why I use we is because the House of Zakah came here and supported the project. But this is a local project. So there will be a point where House of Zakah is going to hand over and then exit. But again, Ummah is one. Ummah is one. We are brothers and sisters. Still, we shall be hearing, putting our ear on the ground to hear how Lodong is performing. Our biggest fear is that after a few months or years, getting information that the school now is non-operational, the school here is about to close, or there is this and that. So that is our biggest fear. However much we will exit, we will still be in contact. You understand? We'll still be in contact. But again, we don't want to create this donor benefactor dependence syndrome. We don't want to always be expecting Lodonga community to be expecting, as a donor. We don't want to expect you to expect us to continue supporting, because there are also other areas that we might serve. That's why when we came here, I think we attended around 1 or 2 fundraising functions. One, the biggest one. The biggest one. And we donated the building. Others donated also from the Muslim community here. So we always want that culture, or that sense of ownership, local ownership. So I appeal to you, I appeal to Major Achikule, who has a lot of good ideas and is a hands-on man as far as I know, to mobilize the West Nilers. We have many business people, you see. We have people who are willing to give. I don't know their attitude towards donating or giving in this area. But from here, from this point on, I think they should come, or one by one, or in any way. They should just come and look at the buildings and see if we've received this and we didn't ask for it, because you didn't apply for it. We have a policy where people fill applications to ask for something. But here, we came, we agreed, and then so these people should also be mobilized. If you could collect 1 million or 2, on average a month, that will be 12 million or something. This school can. So the issue of sustainability is very important. The head teacher is to be paid this. So you should have some minimum resources available. You see? You can't run it in a case by case. We want the water, let's fundraise for water. We want a salary for 2 teachers, let's fundraise it. We should have something we save. Huh? I think that's my point, Doctor. Sustainability. As Doctor mentioned, House of Zakah should be the last resort. It shouldn't be the second, the third, but the 10th resort.
Yeah.
We expect you to have 9 solutions before House of Zakah comes. Because as we sit here, students are crying on our gates at Old Kampala. You see? Last semester students, if I don't do these exams, all my 3 years will be nothing. They are crying. We get phone calls here, they're silent. They are calling. So here, Lodonga, some even think that we've given something too big that we should have built, those are, I'm sorry to mention this. So for us to commit again and say, Lodonga, a year they need 20 million, let's give that. No. If Lodonga wants a year, they want 10 million, they have 8.5. House of Zakah is in position to give 1.5 on an annual basis, not a monthly basis. We need to think of sustainability. I know Sheikh Adnan in fundraising is very good and community mobilizing. Pick a tiny portion of his idea that fits your strategy. You fundraise. If you want money, and he says you want money, he speaks of Golobi, NFA, and what? I know everyone doesn't. Cannot put in operation your ideas. Not everyone. That's why we are sending Ayman and this big coordinator here. Then Sheikh Adnan comes in. If we do fundraising strategy, how much can we raise? 500,000 a month. That is 50% of his proposed idea. So we need to get the big ideas, dismantle them into small strategies, localize his ideas, and then you collect something to run the school. We shall be very happy to hear that you have 2 million, but the balance is 500.
Where we have failed as Lodonga community, doctor, you should be ready to take us.
To give you enough.
Give me enough. Give me enough.
Yes.
Where the enough is not coming. This community is called the Aringa people.
Aringa.
Yes. Okay. We are the people of Aringa. We are not alone in this globe. 2002, there were 2 million Aringas in Chad.
Chad.
Yeah.
The country Chad.
Yes. 2002, there were 800,000 Aringas in Cameroon. 2002, before we came for peace agreement here in Uganda, where we signed the peace agreement with the government of Uganda, there were 800,000 Aringas in Yemen. This is where his voters are. If they are lacking in something, his mature, brilliant presidential ideas and support can transform Lodong Islamic Institute for the good of good humanity. Law-abiding citizens are those who know God. They will be peaceful. They will avoid violence. They will know how to decide. All this needs presidential support, need global international support. That is all contained in La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. Those are my conclusive ideas. Doctor, we are disturbing you. Forgive us.
No, you are not.
Yeah.
You are not disturbing.
Yeah. We had come up with three different departments. Our aim is that we should have a strong memorization of the Quran or Quranic memorization sector or department here in this center, which will be led by our Sheikh Mahadi. Our Sheikh Mahad is our product.
The one who was
Koboko, yes. Now he is serving there in Yumbe in the big mosque. We want to bring him here to take off in teaching Quranic memorization in this center. Many of the convert will come here to study with us, but we are fearing to say that Ndulu because of what the resources, the facility we are having is limiting us. After completing the memorization of the Quran, we would like to admit this student to study both Arabic, the Mawad. You said as the house of Zakah, you are going to you are supporting the what? The nation, not Lodong alone.
No.
But still, we are begging, we appeal to you to support Lodonga due to this what departments needs your what support. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum wa
Walaikum
rahmatullahi.
assalam.
I am Kasim Sebi. Currently, I'm chairman LC3. So, this is an administration of its own. First of all, I want to thank House of Zakat for the brilliant ideas you have come up with to put this nice structure in this place. A lot of activities are taking place here. And these activities that are taking place here have challenges. The challenges they had were the infrastructure. If really the infrastructure was enough, there will be a lot of things that will be carried here in relation to our deen, Islam. But because these things were not there, the leadership here has fears. Because if they will now say the interest of the people will be catered here, all the interests of the people, the Muslim community will be catered here, their hands will be off Ireland. Because there will be a lot of people here, including even mature people, not children alone. They are mature people, they are adults.
Adult education.
They also need to, they actually expected that time will be given for them to come and learn. But now, because of lack of the infrastructure, things are hard. But you have come. Your coming is already showing a great sign that this center, in a few years to come, will become a real center to transform the Ummah here into a better life. You have talked. My brother Hamza has talked. It is true, House of Zakat is not an organization only for Lodonga.
No.
It is an organization for the whole country. We have other Muslim communities that also need your support. We understand that. So we cannot even say that what you have done is too little. You have done enough.
It is not enough.
Achikule once more.
You have done enough.
Once more.
But still, the enough you have done is not enough. The enough you have done is still not enough.
No.
Sure.
We still need more, even more than what has been done. So, in your capacities, you have other sister organizations in Islam. When you go to other Muslim organizations to talk about the Lodonga Islamic Center, I know they will hear you better than any other person. So, as we struggle down here to look for other resources locally in this community, I will also appeal to you to also look for other support for this center. If not only House of Zakat, the other sister organizations of Islam can give you, then you can lead it here.
For this instructor, I thank you very much. I was sitting under the mango tree that in myself with my children. By now, I congratulate for you a lot for the support you give for me.
We shall come as the last persons. I emphasize that.
Like that.
So we cannot sit here and say we rent the other house. We don't know the houses. It's your management. Sit down, Achikule, please solve that problem. We shall come last. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for the remarks you have made. We have been with you almost a year during COVID time. We came here and people are asking whenever we are doing our programs in Kampala, what attracted you to go to Lodong? Do you have wives there? Do you have your relatives there? Do you have whatever? All questions are being asked. The mangoes. But now we have come with the Salam TV. They are going to see the 5 mangoes, which were classes. And Ajat, the headmistress, has told us that she was sitting here under the mangoes with her pupils. You just imagine during rainy season, what were they doing? And that is the environment which really attracted us to find the students seated here under the mango trees, reciting the Quran in the best way. That alone attracted us. Another issue which attracted us is the way the girls were sleeping. They are still sleeping, or they are coming back to sleep under that hut. That one. That is, I think, we need it to be done immediately. After getting those best classes, but that problem is not yet solved. The girls are going to sleep there. Accommodation. Accommodation is another major problem here. These people, ladies and gentlemen, who are seeing us, they don't have an administration block. We have an administration block. That one, we are we need also to complete that one because it was given to us. The boys are sleeping in the mosque and they are going to continue sleeping in the mosque, much as they are going to study from a new environment. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is still a lot here, but we are going to solve one by one, and we are going to see that the community around here is properly mobilized. These areas got good MPs, but they have not come to your assistance. They have got educated men and women. They have not come to the assistance of this school, so we are appealing to them to come and assist you. People elsewhere are also waiting for us. For instance, 2021, we did not give out Zakah to people who are supposed to be given. We brought our Zakah to construct the 6 classes. So others are also in need because we serve Ugandans. We don't serve only people from Lodong. We are serving Ugandans. The Western are also waiting for us. North are waiting for us. Butaleja, there are problems there. Huh? So when we don't come back, don't blame us. House of Zakah and Waqfu is for the whole Uganda. House of Zakah and Waqfu CEO, Sheikh Kibati Mahmoud, Namungo, Hamza, Sheikh Kalunji Yahya, Haji Nyazi Muhammad, and many others. The accountant Ashrafu, he has been running up and down and is still running up and down because we have not completed paying Ayman. He's running up and down to look for money. And Ayman, we shall complete. The advice we shall continue, but not to manage your school. Achikule, you are going to manage chairman board. Zulaika, you are going to manage your school headmistress. Director Adnan, and the community, you are going to manage your school. For us, once we hand over, that will be the end. We shall come to see how the building, how the structures are, but not to manage the structures. But other advice, how is the secular? Because we want the school to get the component of secular. Adnan, you have mentioned 3 departments. But secular must be emphasized. We want a sheikh who is a lawyer. We want a sheikh who is an engineer. We want a sheikh who is a doctor. A sheikh who is going to pay zakah. A sheikh who is going to have a job. We don't want the sheikhs who are going to remain sheikhs and they don't have any work to do. We are coming back here on 13th, inshallah, to hand over the school to you. The desks. I think the people are talking about the desks. People will see what we are going to see today, and we don't want students to sit there without the desks. I can't say Ayman is going to work on that, but if he agrees, we are going to produce fewer desks for you, for our students, through Ayman. Such structures without some desks. I know we need 108 desks, but if we can have 50 or 30, we can start with those so that they don't sit again down on the floor as they used to sit down under these mango trees. We must make a difference. And I think this is my humble appeal to the community, to the Ugandans, that we have constructed some good classes, but members of this country, we need some desks. 108 desks. We calculate we need 22 million to construct to have 108 desks. If there is a viewer who can really sacrifice that amount, I think 13th, it will be a good day if those desks are they are brought in the classes. Before even we look at solar system, because you said you want these students in body, and there is darkness here. We calculated with him that solar can cost 9 million. 9 million people are doing trade in solar systems. If there is even a person who can donate to us, they set, I think, our classes and the place here will look nice at night, and there will be security around this area. So those are some of the few challenges we still have. But I thank these people who have been moving with to Yumbe. Yumbe is not, Yumbe is far.
Very hard to reach.
Hard to reach. But thank you very much.
Yeah.
But there is a single statement I want to say, that people who have constructed, who have helped us to construct those classes are not only Muslims. They are not only Muslims.
Correct.
They are people of different regions. Those who have been hearing us on our PAL FM programs, CBS, and other stations, they have contributed. People from Masaka, people from Kampala, people from different places, they have donated some money to construct Lodong. So you must respect them. I remember when we had a fundraising here, people around there brought some money. Yes. Do you remember those ladies?
Yes,
the Christians brought money here. So we must respect them.
Correct.
We must respect them. Even our region tells us to respect people of other faiths.
Other denominations.
Because that is how we are going to coexist. We should not isolate them. We should an example. Do you remember? I'm not a sheikh, but Sheikh Adnan taught me that one day the Prophet was migrating. There was a lady migrating because there were some problems in Mecca. She heard that there was a man called Muhammad preaching about a new religion. Do you remember that? Then a man came and assisted that lady who was leaving the town Mecca to go to where he could not hear the name Muhammad. That man assisted the lady. They moved. The lady talked a lot about that man. But when they reached the place, Hamza, the lady asked, "What is your name, by the way? You gentleman, who is really good?" He told him, "I'm Muhammad." He told her, "I'm Muhammad." Do you remember? What did the woman say? She took Shahada. She converted to what? Let us use our good behavior. Let us behave well to the Ugandan community. It will make a difference. So what I'm appealing to you, if there are other people who want to study from this school, because you are saying you are starting Sachula, Zulaika, allow them to come. Because we need to coexist. For you, you are lucky. For us, we have got relatives who are non-Muslims, but we coexist with them. Some of our people, where the mothers are non-Muslims, do you think we don't go there to respect them, to say these are our mothers? You see? So we are mixture. We are mixture, coexist with those people because they have helped us when we are constructing this project, inshallah. So we are going around. Our contractor is going to be the last person to take us through. I think Adnan, we start with the trees.
I'm going to sit down.
You see, this is Adnan. We start from history, where we have come from, then to the beautiful classes the community, the Ugandan community has constructed for the people of Lodong. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
House of Zakah and Waqfu Uganda eri wano ku project eno eya Lodonga Muslim Ophanage and Convert Center. Era gwendi naye ye Dr. Ibrahim Matovu. Dr. Ibrahim Matovu ono mu lufutifuti gwe bayita an educationist. Sebo Dr. abatulaba ku Salam TV bawe ku Salam tutandike programu.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mwenna abatulaba ku Salam TV. Tuli Lodonga eyumbe. Naye Lodonga wano waliwo ekifo kye bayita Lodonga Islamic Center. Twajja wano mu mwezi gw'okusatu omwaka 2021. Twasooka kusindika ttiimu y'abahamuza bano balabe wa we tusobola awali obuzibu. Bwe badda wano we baasangira ddala obuzibu obw'amaanyi, ne bajja ne batubuulira ku House of Zakah, ne tuleeta ttiimu nnene yalimu Shekibaate n'abalala. Bwe twatuuka wano twakwatibwa ennaku okusanga abaana b'abantu nga batudde mu miti basoma ekitabo ekitukuvu Quran. Ekitukwasa ennaku y'amaanyi, abalala nga etubalaze, abawala nga basula eri mu kasiisira, abalenzi muzikiti. Ne tugamba nti tukoze eki? Kwegamba nze gwe baawa mu kitongole mu House of Zakah okulira ebyenjigiriza, naye bwe twadda we tusula ekiro nga tumaze okuva wano tugenze okusula we tusula mu woteeri, twakola olukiiko nze nno nali simanyi nti bannange bagenda kunteekako omulimu omunene. Bwe twatuula eyo ne bagamba nti wategedde Haji gogenda okukulira omulimu guno.
Wawulira otyawo?
Nawulira obuzito nga ndabanga omulimu gwe tutagenda kusobola mu covid kuba twali mu covid mu kiseera ekyo. Nga ndabanga ogutasoboka ng'ate abantu baffe abatuwa zaka basanyaladde. Nezikiriza ne tutandika okukola apiiru ku rediyo zaffe n'embifo ebirala. Abantu ne batuwulira ne tukola endagaano wakati wa Tabu Constructors, omwami Aiman atuzimbidde n'akkiriza okuzimba, era naffe twewa ebbanga ddene okuva mu Gwokusatu ne tugaba mu Desemba. Naye twagenza alhamdulillah Desemba okuggwako ng'omulimu gukoze eki nga guwedde. Ekiri wano abaana basoma Qur'ani bulungi, naye tulinamu akantu ke tubagambye basseemu era bakakkiriza bakatandiseeko. Twagala wano secular education nti ebiseera ebisinga baseeka tubafunye, naye twagala baseeka banaaba n'emirimu, ng'omwana looya nga naye ng'asobola okufuna omulimu naye nga seeka, nga omwana dokita naye nga seeka ng'asobola okukola omulimu omulala. Kyetwagala wano, era twatambuddeko mu administration y'eyumba eyo ne tusangayo abantu abatumanyi be tuwangadde nabo mu kibuga ng'ate be bakulu eno, ne tubasaba bakubirize abantu bano bayingizeemu secular kubanga abantu be tumanyi ate be bali mu bifo eyo ebyobuvunaanyizibwa nga DEO, RC5 n'abalala kati bamanyi enkola nabo gye bayitamu nga nnungi nti omuntu ayinza okuba RC5 niye nga bwagira wali n'asaala.
Dokita, nga tweyanziza information gy'otuwadde, naye okuzzaako ko emabega katono nnyo abatulaba baffe okufuna ekifaananyi ekirungi. Oli yalibadde abuuza nti essomero lino nga lirabika bulungi nnyo. Essomero lino House of Zakah enteekateeka yabadde etya, enkola gye mwakozeemu nti House of Zakah yalizimbye ebenga eyinamu ekifo okulagira ebintu ebitambula, mwalizimbire muli waayo, mwakoze mutya era mwalubiridde ki era ligenda kutambula litya nga House of Zakah emaze okuteekayo egundi?
Abatulaba era abalaba essomero lino tetuzimbye lyaffe, era ekigambo gamba kuzimba ate ffe tukulembedde okuzimba, naye mwe abatulaba mwe muzimbye essomero lino, kubanga sente ezisinze okuzimba essomero lino tulijje mu mmwe. Kamu abamu batuwadde matiriyo, abalala ne batuwa ssente, abalala ne batuwa omutwalo, kwegaya ebintu bwe biti. Ate ffe tetuzimbye kujja kubeera eno ti tugenda likulira, wadde matovu naliko omukulu w'essomero naye ate sijja eno kukolera gano. Ffe tuzimbye essomero era projekiti tugenda kugiwaayo mu bannannyiniyo. Wano waliwo abafugawo, si House of Zakah yekola ki? Yefugawo. Era si ba directors ba House of Zakah be bafugawo. Ffe tukola ekintu tukikola ne tukyandinga over, era tuseetinze olunaku ne tugenda okwandingira over projekiti eno nga 13 Ogwokubiri 2022 omwezi ogujja, tukiwe bannannyini kyo batandike okukirabirira, batandike okukikozesa officially nga kyabwe. Ffe tubagambye mu lukiiko lwe tubaddemu nti mujja kutubuuzangako ku magezi, naye si ffe kujja kwongera eno ssente, si ffe kujja kuddukanya kino mukole kino ebyo bigenda kusigala nga bannannyini ki? Bannannyini kitundu. Naye wanaabaawo akaguddewo ekyokulabirako nti waliwo ayagala okutuzimbira ddoomu, awo ffe tujja kukikola. Waliwo ayagala okutumaliriza administration block, ekyo ffe tujja kukikola. Waliwo ayagala okutuzimbira ddoomu y'abalenzi, ekyo tujja kukikola. Ekyo tekijja kuba kyabwe, ebyo bwe tunaabimalanga nga tubihandinga over eri bannannyini kitundu, naye management yegenda okuddukanya essomero lino.
Nti kyotugamba nti mu nteekateeka eno eriwo House of Zakah ezimbye era egenda kuwaayo ebizimbe bino, wabula singa obwetaavu buba buzze obw'okuwa amagezi n'okuluŋŋamya tujja kubanga House of Zakah ejja kuba esobola okubuwaayo.
Exactly.
Then Dr. ekyokubiri tulabye obusiisira, tulabye ebizimbe ebitannaggwa. Omulabi wa Salam TV yalibadde yeebuuza nti alaba bino biwedde omugamba ki pulojekiti abeeko bw'abanga alina kyayagadde okuwaayo akiweeyo era kyekiddako ku pulojekiti eno.
Abatulaba tubalaze obusiisira abaana abawala gye basula ne tubalaga administration etannaba kuggwa n'abalenzi gye basula. Webaayo atulaba era yali awulidde ku ddoboozi lyaffe era yali atwesize atwesige atuwe ssente tuzimbire abaana domitry abawala. Basula bubi tolaba kilaasi zino ze tuzimbye ennungi bwe ziti ate omwana n'asula mu kasiisira. Abaana baffe bawala weraba boosuza omwana w'omuwala we wafaanana ndowooza waali agadde n'abaana baffe bano ab'e Lodong bannyinaffe baana baffe basuleko awalungi. Administration wadde tugenda mu secular naye waliwo ebintu gavumenti byeyinza obutatuwa nga tetulina administration nnungi. Kiri kyakumaliriza tekyetaaga kuva mu musingi naye abaatuwadde akasente ekyo tukibola okikola ki okukikola. Ne domitry y'abalenzi bwetyo bwefaanana nti mutuwengayo mutuwadde nga tuzimba classes tumalirize obuntu buli obwetaagisa abaana baffe okubeera obulungi.
Ndabyeko wano nga tuli wano waliwo abayizi bavudde Kampala ne bajja okusomera wano era ebizimbe omabegako wali nga tebinnatuuka wano sitwalabamu yadde asukka kaluma kudde eri ekitegeeza nti contribution y'amaanyi nnyo. Kitegeeza nti obusiraamu buyina ettaffaali ddene nnyo mu region eno obuteereddwako pulojekiti eno. Wano wenjagala okubuuza message yo eri omusiraamu oyo atuuse okuwa Zakah.
Okay, Hamza. Kirungi owangaalidde mu House of Zakah ffenna nga wetuwangaaliddemu. Ebintu bye tusobola okukola mu House of Zakah nga tukozesa Zakah bingi era ebimu ku bye bino nti twalikubiriza era twalisabye abantu baffe bawe Zakah bawe saddaaka badonatinge nti bwe banaadonatinga ebintu bingi nnyo bye tugenda okukola nga tukozesa ssente zaabwe. Era buli alina akasente obanga omuli tamanyi ngeri ki gye bakabala ajje tumulage engeri gye tukabalamu ssente ezo azituwe tuzimbe ebintu ebifaanana bwe bityo. Zakah ekyalina House of Zakah ekyalina omulimu nene nnyo okumanyisa abantu Zakah kyeki saddaaka kyeki era bagiwa batya era ekola biki. Nga bwe tutambuddeko mu nsi endala Zakah abantu bagimanya nnyo ne bagitegeera era bakoze ebintu bingi nnyo. Kati bo abeeri ebweru bwe bawa Zakah ate ffe ne tugirinda ey'ebweru ejja eno so nga naffe ate twalibadde tulina abantu abakola ki
ate nga n'ensi eyongera kumyumyula ntambula ya ssente project ez'obusiraamu ng'ezo.
Naffe twalibadde tuyigiriza abantu baffe eno n'awalala basobole okuwa Zakah. Zakah nga tekyava bweru naye ng'eva mu bantu baffe bennyini tusobole okukola ebintu bwe biti. Mpozi n'ekirala kyetaagamu unity obumu eri gye twogera nga Malaysia states zaabwe ziri wamu ogenda nga Ekeda nga bonna bawa omuntu omu mu Zakah n'abalala mu district states endala nga bawa omuntu omu Zakah. Kati kamu gwe muganda ogenda okulaba ng'ekintu kyabwe kinene nga bakola ebintu by'amaanyi bazimbye amasomero g'abanaku nga gano balina hospitals amalwaliro balina buli kintu kyonna naye nga bakijja mu Zakah. So naffe twalibadde ebintu ebyo tubisobola naye tukyalimu obutundutundu naye bwe twagenda eyo ebweru baatugamba Zakah yaabwe yakamala emyaka 3 naye ffe twakamala emyaka 10 nga House of Zakah eri mu nsiike. Ndowooza abalibeerawo insha Allah ng'emyaka giweze 2 giweze 3 ekintu kinaaba kikoze ki kistabilizinze naye ndowooza tuggyemu obufiififi obwo bwe kinaaba awamu kijja kututambuza nga bwe tutambudde mu Lodong. Eriyo ebitundu ebirala ebiri obubi bannaye bw'oba otambuddeko lw'oyiga nti tuli bubi. Tubeere nga tuwa Zakah, tukole ebintu ebiyamba abantu baffe, tukole ebintu ebiyamba abaana baffe, naye tuli bubi nnyo.
Project eno Dokita, nga tuzzeeyo ku project eno yennyini, kuba ekifaananyi tukifunye omulabi wa Salam TV nti bwe tuba tuwadde Zakah ekisookera ddala ne sadakat ne donations endala ez'omu Busiraamu, tusobola okukola ebintu bingi era ne bigasa abantu. Project ng'eno bw'ogiraba, tutambudde mu masomero tugalabye nga tujja tutambula, tewannabeera ssomero oba bizimbe birabika bulungi nga kizimbe kino, nga tewannabeera amasomero ge tulabyeko galabika bulungi ng'ekisomero lino, okuwa ekifaananyi oba okukimatira mu mutima nti Zakah y'ekikoze, si House of Zakah wabula Zakah ne sadaaka abantu gye bawaddeyo, ng'ate ndowooza abantu tebaweze kumpi na 1,000 olucontributinze kuba mulimu gwe nalabye yasindise 1,500, waliwo asindika 500 ate nga
ozijjako
zonna
ate naawe n'oyingira mu zizo.
Okirabye? So kitegeeza nti bwe tuweera abantu nga bangi ne tukkiriza nti Allah yatulalikako Zakah tulina okugiwa, era abakulembeze baffe w'ebitongole byaffe kuba bingi Dokita ebikola emirimu gino era nga biderivalinga mu Zakah ne mu sadakat n'ebirala. So tukubiriza nti Zakah mugiteeke mu nkola, genda obuuze, kuba amasimu gojja okulaba agayitawo obuuze, buuza imam, buuza omukulembezeewo, kuba kati Dokita tukkaanya nti tuli ku level nga bw'oyogedde nti Malaysia emyaka 305, oba oli awo singa watuukayo nga bali ku myaka 10 bali kumulukaaga eyo nga wagendayo tewayirabye na kirungi kikolebwayo. So naffe ku myaka 10 gye tuliko bingi ebikyatereera, naye ate obwetaavu bukyali bungi nnyo nga bwe tulaba wano nti desike temuli. Bagenda ekya desike Dokita kitya kuba ndaba temuli desike, ate ng'abayizi enkya batandika okusoma
leero 9 enkya 10 era tuli wano abayizi abamu batandise okutuuka, naye tuwulira ennaku nti ate okutuula wansi mu kizimbe kino ekirungi ate ne batuula wansi professional si kirungi. Twalyagadde ne tufunayo desks 10 buli klaasi oba desks nga 5, byonna tebayinza obutabimalaawo kuba abantu bakyajja, abaana bakyajja, ne tuziteekamu ne batuula nga bali comfortable, bali waggulu, n'okusoma we kutambula obulungi. Kati njagala okubiriza abatulaba, abaana bano tubaweeyo desike nga 5, buli desike ya 21,000 gye miliyoni nga 10 5. 10 ezo abatulaba tusobola zirayizinga abaana bano bagende okuwera, oba makati g'omwezi nga guno leero mmeka, oba ngaawo nga guggwako nga desks tuzikoze eki tuzitaddewo. Tuyinza n'okukola nga bwe tukoze ne tutazijja Kampala, ne tuzikola nga ziva eno nga tubadde tuweereza material ne bagakola ki ne bagwagula eno. Tewali kiyinza tujjisa desk Kampala ng'eno naye eriyo ki emiti. Mutuwe sente nga bwe mutwesiga miliyoni 10 desks tuza tukoze eki tufunyeeko tuzitaddemu, abaana ne batandikaawo nga bali bulungi nga basoma bulungi. Naye jjukira nti naawe kyokontributinzeeko Mungu akuddizaawo. Saddaaka Mungu tayinza kulyazaamaanya. Era bangi baga nti nze kampeeyo kano batuwadde emitwalo nange Mungu ajja kungaziriza n'olukumi alusindise amanya nti ate 3,000 ajja zifuna adabolinge. Bannaye nammwe abatulaba, Mungu tajja balyazaamaanya, Mungu tajja tulyazaamaanya ng'otuwadde
ku pointi yennyini eyo eya Mungu obutalyazaamaanya. Tulina mukwano gwaffe wano tuli Yumbe, naye Arua twakolako workshop Arua ne tujjako naawe Muni University nga bamuwadde omulimu Muni University, yava Kampala nga mupya omulimo, naga nti Mungu mukole ntyo mwebaza omulimu guno gwenfunye nga nakamala degree yange ey'okubiri n'awa Zakah. In fact Zakah eyo yagitusanza wali Muni nga tufuluma Arua tudde Kampala, n'agikwasa Sheikh Kalungi mu Mombasa n'amuwa edduwa nga tudduka. We twogerera essaawa zino nga yafunye omulimu mu international organization era ofiisi ze nga ziri Kololo. Yavudde Muni Arua, Mungu n'amutwala Kololo,
yamusitudde
n'amusitula. Yennyini yatunyumiza bino nti era ne muba mubyogereko abantu babitegeere. Nawa Zakah, kati Mungu ampadde omusaala mungi, Zakah neeyongedde ne ku Lodonga kuno y'omu ku baatandika mu musingi. So dokita kyakugamba nti Mungu bw'aba yatulagira nti Zakah mugiteeke mu nkola, n'agamba nti mwe basigire ku dunia okulaba nti bw'oba otuuse mu area ng'eno ey'e Lodonga, abaana basoma kitabo kya Allah ekya Quran, basomera wansi, endya gye balyamu yeeyo, naye ng'ate basoma bulungi. Bw'otuukawo nga ggwe okola ki? Dokita kyakugamba nti ayiwa obuvunaanyizibwa okulaba nti atandika projekiti eno, omusingi nga tewali yadde ne trip y'omusenyu, naye essaawa zino bwe tuba nga half bricks Kajjansi wa Haji Mutini asigadde nawo waali nga yavudde erweza n'atuuka wano, kitegeeza nti Mungu buli kimu yakiteekawo, n'abaddu n'atuteekawo okulaba nti tutuukiriza obuvunaanyizibwa bw'aba tutaddeko eri bannaffe ne community zaffe. Dokita, nga tunaatera okumaliriza, House of Zakah and Waqfu Uganda nkimanyi bulungi nti yatandika mu mwaka gwa 2010 era nga tennatandika mwatuulanga abantu bangi, ne muvaamu abantu 21 okutandika House of Zakah, n'ebiruubirirwa oba kabe kasinge nti bye tulabako essaawa zino. Bannaffe bangi be tutambudde nabo, be tuli nabo ne be tutali nabo. Mbadde nsaba omuwuliriza omulabi atulaba ku Salaam TV obeeko obubaka bw'otuwa ku lw'abatandisi aba House of Zakah nga tuli mu mabega, project eno etukubye amabega, kuba ntegeddeko nti ya $260,000 omugatte ze zigizimbye. Naye vision eyo oba ekiruubirirwa ekyo kye mwatuula emyaka 12 emabega nga temunnatandika, badde nsaba obeeko obubaka bwo ng'omutandisi wa House of Zakah bo abalabi ba Salaam TV, oba kabe kasinge n'okusiima bannaffe mwatandika nabo abaliwo n'abataliwo.
Okay, kansooke bannange abatulaba okuwa amawulire gaffe ag'ennaku nti twatandika abantu 21 naye abantu baganda baffe bana tebaliiwo, Mungu yabeddiza, nga Dr. Anas Kalisa, Abdunur Kalisa, Mungu yamutwalako, mujjukira be bamu ku baatandika, era yali CEO wa House of Zakah and Waqfu. Tulina Haji Musa Katongole Yutoda y'omu ku batandisi, Mungu yamutwalako. Haji Rubega Nasa owa Kabojja Junior y'omu ku batandisi ba House of Zakah, Mungu yamutwala. Ne tubeera n'omulala Haji BMK Bulayimu Muwanga Kibirige. Bulayimu Muwanga Kibirige yalina contribution y'amangi yatukolera. Twatuulanga wuwe mu Hotel Africana okumala emyaka ebiri nga tulya nga tunywa buli kintu nga tukikola, n'atuwa ne room tetwapangisa okumala emyaka 2 nga tukola constitution. Oyo Mungu yatumutwalako. Kati twasigalawo abatandisi nga 17 tulinako bakadde baffe, Mungu nabo banafunafu. Katusabe Mungu abasuuse. Omu kubo ya Haji Bagalaliwo Abdul Majid, oye board of trustee member waffe. Tulinako Haji Obed Kamulegeya, Sheikh Abdul Obed Kamulegeya, oye chairman wa directors, n'abalala abagonvugonvu, Rajab Kakoza naye mugonvugonvu bangi, naye nga n'abalala bakyaliwo, Mungu akyabakoze eki, akyabasiimye, akyabakuuma. Naye twali tetumanyi nti bino birijja. Omaye bw'otandika toyinza kumanya wadde objectives muzisaawo, oluusi objectives abantu bazigoberera ne bakola byabwe. Naye njagala okwebaza abali mu management ya House of Zakah and Waqfu, CEO nga Sheikh Kibaate, nammwe abali mu management okulaba nga Haji Nyanzi, okulaba nga ekintu kitambula nga bwe twali tukitadde mu nkola, naye nga ate kivuddemu nga bwe twali tetukisuubira, kubanga bino twali tetubisuubira. Ekitegeeza n'ebirala bigenda kukola ki, bijja kujja senga tukwatidde wamu.
Ekitegeeza nti Zakah ngazi era abantu bannaye Dokita kyatugamba nti Zakah emigaso gyayo migazi. Gwe atagimanyi, Zakah ebeera maali eva mu mirimo gyo oba mu bugagga bwo, mu ssente, mu bisolo, mu nsimbi eri 2.5%. Abamu abasevinga oyinza okuba oyina osevinze miliyoni zo 2, 2.5% ku miliyoni 2 oba ebitundu 2.5 ku buli 100 zibeera emitwalo emeka 5 kuva miliyoni 2. Alina miliyoni 10 gibe emitwalo 25. Alina miliyoni 4 zibe emitwalo 10. Eyo y'empagi ey'okusatu. Esooka, ey'okubiri nga muzimanyi, ey'okusatu ye Zakah, ey'okuna ne tusiiba, ey'okutaano ne tugenda e Makka. Bwe tubiyimirizaawo, Obusiraamu buyimirirawo. Bino byeyongera okuba nga bisaasaana. Era kyemmanyi nti bangi babyetaaga, community nnyingi tezirina bintu bwe biti, naye tusobola okubikola singa tuteeka mu nkola Zakah ne tugiwa, ate community n'eba nayo ng'ekulaakulana. Naffe ffennyini Allah n'atusitula, n'atwongera obugagga, n'atukuumira bye tulina, ebitono ebyo n'ebingi, era ne tuba nga community etufunamu ssente.
Hamza nga tumaliriza, njagala okwebaza.
Doctor.
Njagala okwebaza bannaffe abatuwadde ssente ne batusaamu obwesige. Omanyi nakyo kiri important, kiri trust, kya mugaso. Wigamba tukubeerera ssente zaffe bajja zirya, naye mwatusaamu obwesige nti ssente tetujja kuzirya, era ebizimbe kaakati mukoze eki, mubirabye. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Atuwadde 10,000, atuwadde 5,000, abadde batuwulira. In fact babadde tebatulaba, naye nga batuwulira buwulizi ku paalo, batuwulira buwuli ku CBS, ne batusindikira ssente, abamu ne batukubira amasimu ne tuzinona. Saagala essaawa zino kugamba nti gundi weebale, naye wenna bw'obanga olina contribution gy'okoze ku bizimbe bino, Mungu akuddizeewo. Era tubasaba na bino ebitannaba kuggwa, solar system, desks, ddoomu z'abaana, nabo mutuyambe. Gwe mugambe bugambi nti katugenze banne simu nti tugenda ku kyabawala, tukirabye busubi, abaana b'ensi eno tebasobola kusula mu ssubi. Ekyo tujja kukikola kubanga ne tuzimba olutandaalo ne basulamu, netuleeza oluvannyuma, bajja kuba happy. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala. Njagala okwebaza management ya House of Zakah and Waqfu, njagala okwebaza board of directors ba House of Zakah, bannange mwebale nnyo n'obumu bwe mulaze nti tusobola okukola, era tukyasobola okukola ebintu bingi inshallah.